everybody, welcome to SSBCrack exams. I'm Anuradha and I'm back with a session on the group planning exercise or military planning exercise in SSB interview. As you know that group planning exercise, GPE, or military planning exercise, that is MPE, is conducted in SSB as one of the GTO or the group tasks. Now, why is it conducted? Well, the group planning exercise or the military planning exercise is conducted by the SSB to check the reaction of the candidates when put under a series of stressful situations in which decision-making ability and quick reactions of a candidate is assessed. Right? So before I begin about this very topic in today's session, let me tell you that now you can prepare for the different defense competitive exams at the comfort of your home, and you can do so by logging on to our website ssbcrackexams.com or simply by downloading our mobile app from the Google Play Store. You can check out all the full content lectures that our top-notch tutors have prepared especially for the defense aspirants. Along with it, you'll get all the PDF study materials, quizzes, practice exercises, previous year's Q&A, sample practice Q&A, mock tests, and much more. So hurry up and subscribe to the courses by downloading our mobile app right now. So let's start with first question that comes in a candidate's mind is, what is a military planning exercise or the group planning exercise in SSB interview? What happens? How it is conducted? Well, the GTO explains the candidates a model on a wooden plank, and this model is basically a map, right? At the end of the explanation, candidates are permitted to ask any question that they want to the GTO. Now, after that, the GTO reads a situation from a card. After reading the situation, the GTO allows each candidate to read the situation for 5 minutes from the cards that are placed on their chairs and correlate the situation with the model displayed before them. After 5 minutes, these cards are taken away from the candidates. Okay, and now the candidates are asked to write down their own solutions to the various problems that have already been represented in the situation on a sheet of paper. The time allowed for writing down the solution will be only 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the writing sheet is taken away and the group discusses and arrives at a common plan for the situation, and then they nominate a person from themselves to narrate the group plan, the final group plan, to the GTO. So this is a very simple process in which the GPE or the MPE takes place in SSB interview. Right? Now, what is the structure of the GPE or MPE problems? As I have already articulated to you that in the situation, there will be usually 4 problems that are given, and they are of different levels of importance. So the first one will be of a serious nature and which involves immediate reaction or which will cost human life. Such problems must be assigned the first priority. The second kind of problem is also of serious nature and has some time left to solve it. So assign these kinds of problems your second priority. The third kinds of problems are comparatively less serious, so make those problems your third priority. And the last kinds of problem will be a very silly problem, so assign those problems the least priority. But it doesn't mean that these 4 kinds of problems will be displayed to you in the situation in the first to the last priority scale. It will be of in any order. You need to assign the priority based on the seriousness of the problem in the situation. Okay, that is your task. So what are the tips that you need to follow in order to perform and give your best in the GPE or the MPE? First of all, listen to the GTO carefully. Make a mental picture of the problems in your mind and start finding solutions from the very beginning. Clarify all your doubts from the GTO before writing down your own solution. This is important. If you have any doubts, Just ask them to the GTO and clarify them before you write down the solutions. Write your solution with confidence. Be clear with your ideas and approach, and remember that there is no right or a wrong solution to the situation. Make a mental note of all the minute details in the model. They will come handy while solving the problem. Identify all the possible resources at your disposal. Generally, all the problems are easily solvable if the requisite resources are identified properly. During the group discussion, you are required to support the group to formulate the best possible plan. Hence, do not always stick to your own opinions for just the sake of it. So, if someone has a better idea than yours, accept it and contribute your bit in the group discussion. Generally, the group discussion in the GPE is chaotic and no group solution is arrived at or formed. So try to avoid this kind of chaotic phenomenon by urging your group members to be more cooperative. Right? So I hope that you will follow all these very important tips in order to give your best in the GP or MP. And now I will show to you a very sample map or the model that is usually shown to the SSB candidates by the GTO. So this is a map, as you can see. These kinds of models will be displayed before you. So as you can see, this is the sea here, and then there is this called Coast Guard. So you have to make the notes of it, the positions you need to keep in your mind. And there's a rock here, right? So these dotted lines are basically non-motorable roads. That means you can't drive any kind of vehicles on this road. You can only walk on it, okay? And here you can see, this is the train track basically. The line with the horizontal lines in intervals. And you can see here, an arrow is there and it's written fish plates removed, right? And then there is the name of the cities, Ramgarh and Dinpur, and you can see the distance also. So you need to keep in mind about the distances because your plan needs to be practical. And Ramgarh is 19 km through the railway tracks, while Dinpur is 18 km through the railway tracks. Now parallelly there is a road. Now this is a motorable road, so you can drive any vehicles on this road as well as you can walk on it. And according to the motorable road, you can see that this is Dinpur, which is again 10 km from the motorable road, and Ramgarh, which is again 10 km from the motorable road. There's a petrol pump here, and you can see another town called Shamgarh, and this is again 10 km, right? And you can also see there's a creek called Badli Creek. Okay, so basically this creek is a very thin narrow portion of water which is going and it's getting mixed with the sea. Okay, it is meeting the sea. Okay, and there's a ferry here just near the petrol pump. There's a ferry here, there are boats here, and this is Badli, which is the name of a village. So Badli is again from Dinpur, walkable distance, right? It's a non-motorable road here, and you can see 12 centimeter is 1 kilometer here. Okay, so 12 centimeter is 1 kilometer. So this is a very important thing that you need to keep in your mind. You need to also note down the distances and also the very important landmarks which are present in the model. Now we will go to the situation and we will read what kinds of situation you can get in your SSB interview, specifically in the GPE or the MP. Right, so here is a sample situation for GPE or the MP. You're a group of 8 students of Shamgarh College returning from Dinapur after winning the Dinapur District Volleyball Championship. The victory celebrations in your college are to start at 7:30 p.m. Please note down the times as well. It is very important. As your minibus stopped at the petrol pump cum garage to get the headlights of the minibus repaired, you saw the attendant lying in a pool of blood. He told you that some antisocial elements had beaten him up and left him dead before looting all the cash and cutting off the telephone wires. He had managed to overhear their conversation. They planned to exchange large consignment of drugs in return for arms from a foreigner near the rock at 6:45 p.m. So you can obviously make a mental note of all these important landmarks, right? The petrol pump, the rock, Also the Dinapur and the Shamgarh distance and so on. Also note down the times which are important. They had also removed the fish plates of both railway tracks on the bridge. So if you can remember the map, there is the presence of a fish plate here and was written fish plates removed, right? So you know that an express train crosses the bridge at 6:30 p.m. Also, two of their men were hiding near the ferry to kill Totaram of Badli village, who was a police informer. The ferry has a motor boat with a speed of 20 km per hour, which the two men have planned to use for their escape later. So maybe they are going to escape through the creek to the sea. Okay. After telling this, the pump attendant falls unconscious. Just then, one of your friends comes running from the minibus and tells you that he has to take the minibus back to the office of Dinapur College, where your silver trophy and the medals have been left behind. The time now is 5:30 p.m. What will you do? So you can see there are numerous problems, right? The first problem is the attendant who is lying in a pool of blood being attacked by the antisocial elements. The second problem is the exchange of large consignment of drugs in return for arms from a foreigner near the rock. The third problem is two of the men who were hiding near the ferry to kill Totaram of Badli village. And the fourth one is to take the bus back to the Dinapur college because your silver trophy and the medals have been left behind. Now, out of all these four, you have to take care of which kind of priority you need to attach to which problem. So as you can see, the last problem here is a silly problem, right, as compared to the human lives which are at stake. So you will give it your least priority. Okay. Now one thing you need to keep in your mind is that saving human lives will be your first priority. So you have to save the attendant, you have to save the railway tracks whose fish plates have been removed. Okay. And you also have to save Totaram of Badli village because the men will kill them. And you will also have to, make those criminals really, you need to punish them. Okay. So you need to make an arrest of these very men who have caused the mishap. So what will you do? Now there are different problems. There can be different solutions for these problems. So whatever solutions you can find, you can write them down in the comment box below. One probable solution can be assigning one boy along with the bus driver to take the attendant to the hospital in the minibus at Dinapur, admitting him in the hospital and then checking at the Dinapur college office to collect the trophy and medals and then come back to the garage and repair the headlights of the bus in the meantime till the others come back. Right? Two boys will travel to the nearest railway station and inform them about the missing fish plates and restrict any trains till the tracks are repaired. One boy will then go to the Coast Guard and inform them about the illegal consignment which will take place at the rock and also of the planning of the men who want to kill Totaram at the ferry as well as their plan to escape through the creek to the sea. Two boys will go to the ferry to warn Totaram about the danger to his life and also restrain the motorboat. Two boys will go to the police station and inform them about the mishap, take a force and come to ferry to arrest the hiding men there. And then after that, all of the boys will come back to the petrol pump and then they will take the bus to Shamgarh. Okay, so this can be one of the very probable solutions. You can have your own solutions. So whatever your solutions are, you can write them down in the comment box below. Remember that there is no right or wrong solution to this situation. So you can just write down your own comments in the comment box below and I will let you know about the different solutions which will be provided by you in the comment box. So I hope that you are able to understand what is GP or MP, how it is conducted, why it is conducted, and what are the important things that you need to do and the important tips that you need to follow while giving your best in the GPE or MPE in SSB interview. Right? So if you want to now prepare for the SSB interview at the comfort of your home, you can do so by ordering of these books from the Amazon or Flipkart. You can also visit us on SSBCrack shop and order these books from there too. And the links of these books are given in the description box below, so you can just click on the links and order these books off, which will help you to prepare the best and give your best in SSB interview. So I hope that this session has been quite informative to you. I will come back with more such informative sessions and helpful guiding lectures for you in my upcoming videos. So stay tuned to SSB Crack exams, stay motivated and be confident. Jai Hind.